Alright. Welcome everybody. This is EMP.Money. Confirm that you guys can hear me okay on YouTube, and we'll get started. Oh, it would help if I unmuted Telegram as well. We're simulcasting here, so just confirm that you guys can hear me on YouTube, and we'll get started. Maybe? Testing, 1, 2. We're coming through on YouTube?
It worked.
Alright, we're good. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Alright, let's jump on over to Detonator and, Alright, let's jump over to Detonator. We'll get started. Alright, awesome. Here we go, guys. Let me know if you can see the screen okay, and the audio is coming through good. We're going to get started. Again, this is EMP.Money, and we're back. We had a break yesterday. I missed a day. I'll tell you why in about 1 minute. But this is our Detonator contract. This is our daily live AMA and rollover of our Detonator contract and the live lottery drawing. So every day we give away $25,000 approximately to one random lottery participant in the Detonator contract. We also will be giving away to some subscribers in the comments next week. We just are figuring out how to make sure we can do that without getting exploited. But yeah, welcome everybody. If you're new to EMP.Money, feel free to drop some questions in the comments or join us over on Telegram while we have more of a roundtable discussion. I'll be here for the next about an hour as we go over everything. So let's go over Detonator real fast, and then I'll do a 10-minute warning, a 5-minute warning, and then a 10-second countdown. So we have about 12 minutes until our rollover. This is EMP.Money. It's one of the most amazing passive income platforms to date. We're on the Binance Smart Chain, and we're an algorithmic pegged project, also known as a seigniorage project or a tomb fork. But we're no longer a fork. Somebody in Discord said yesterday, we're a spork. I thought that was hilarious. So what that means is we've implemented a ton of other elements to our economy other than just the base protocol that truly makes us unique and different and sustainable. So one of those big innovations is the Detonator. So Detonator is a secondary smart contract on the Binance Smart Chain where you're able to earn daily ROI, passive income, through exposure to Ethereum. So you basically get EMP and Ethereum LP. If you know how to do that on PancakeSwap, you can add LP. If not, we have a button on the Detonator homepage that says ZAP, Z-A-P. Let me scroll down, I'll show you. So right here, you can zap in, and that will do it for you. So if you have BNB or any other assets, again, I think we take, BNB, ETH, eShare, EMP. You don't really want to do EMP, but do BNB, ETH, or eShare, and you can get in a contract like that. So what it is, again, we're offering 365% ROI. It's similar to other ROI contracts, but we are much more sustainable and have combined a lot of different elements that have been successful in other projects to create, one of the most sustainable ROI contracts in existence. So right now our pool balance is 26,223 LP. That's just over $2.6 million. Now that Ethereum has been on a run, the dollar value is continuing to grow. Today is 262 LP for the largest depositor and the lottery winner. So that's over $50,000 that we're giving away. And alright, excuse me, let me have a drink here. So yeah, what that means is not only do we give away one random lottery winner, again, you can participate by compounding or purchasing at least 0.15 LP to get a ticket. That's approximately 15 or $16 US equivalent, and you're eligible. And so every day we give away one lucky winner of the lottery, and we give away one lucky winner of the largest depositor of the day. So the contract is measured in 24-hour cycles, and if you have the largest deposit of the day, you also get 1% of the pool as a reward. So right now that's about 46 LP. That's the largest depositor. Usually between 80 and 200 LP take it, and yesterday we had a great snipe. It was about 170 LP. Again, it's a major game theory. You may be able to get it for cheap, but you run the risk of being out-sniped. But the beauty of it is that it creates a daily volume, and the contract operates on volume. So those who are already in the contract will get some last-minute instant rewards, because part of the entrance fee of getting in the protocol goes to all of the people that are already in. So again, this is not only rewards people that participate daily, but it also rewards everybody that's already in. So right now, the largest depositor and lottery is about 26,423. I believe that's the largest lottery to date in terms of dollar value, because again, ETH is pumping. So that's really exciting. The contract's very healthy. We've been over 26,000 LP for about 5 days now. And again, with people claiming already, we had a lot of people claiming, and the pool balance just continues to grow. So it's been really, really exciting. But so yeah, it's an overview of Detonator. Again, good luck to all the participants. Make sure you're compounding or in the last few minutes here to get all your rewards, because if you don't claim or compound, the rewards go back into the pool. And again, this is why we're so different and what makes us very sustainable. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, because although you miss out on those rewards for the day, not only does it help the protocol overall, but you're really not missing out on those. So you're not penalized, meaning you can still 365% ROI on your investment. It just takes one more day for that to happen. So you're penalized on time, but not your principal. So again, just some other mechanics to learn. We have an amazing community. They're happy to teach you different strategies. And on our homepage, we have a link to the EMP Academy, which does a deep dive into all of our contracts and how our ecosystem works. It's a free online course that you can take. It takes about an hour to 2 hours to get through it, but it's well worth it. And again, something that we're doing very different, because this is a bit complicated, but those that understand and take the time to learn can be handsomely rewarded. So, alright, I'm going to open up the floor a little bit. We have about 6 minutes left. Anybody want to say anything? Questions, comments? Before we have the lottery draw.
Good evening, AJ.
Brian, how are you, my friend?
Good. Good evening to all the emperors.
Yes, exactly.
I got some extra tickets tonight, so I'm looking to win this lottery.
Awesome, brother. We're glad to hear it, man. Yeah, we've had 2 live lottery winners now. So hopefully today, whoever wins is on the call and they can jump in. Again, one member has been compounding from day one and finally won. Another member was putting in, about $1,000 a day and finally hit it. And another member only won with like 1 or 2 tickets. So again,
nice.
It takes all it takes is one, Brian, for sure, brother.
Yep. But if I don't win, good luck to everybody on the call and everybody in the group.
Awesome. Thanks, my friend. Good to hear from you. So yeah, guys, and I missed out yesterday. We have an amazing YouTuber that's going to cover the project. The cat is out of the bag, so I guess I can say it now. It's James Pelton. James Pelton. Again, he's an amazing guy. I know a lot of you follow him. we had an AMA yesterday, a private AMA. I don't know if he's going to use some of that phone call or do his own review, but he was blown away. He follows a lot of the platforms that we're fans of. He was big into 𝘠𝘠. He's a big drip guy as well, and just really, really down to earth, super smart. Again, a YouTuber that is putting out great info for his community, and I had an awesome conversation with him. Again, we spoke for over an hour, and he was blown away by, the innovative stuff that we're doing. So that video should be dropping this weekend, and we look forward to having a really long-term relationship with James. He's a great guy and has a great following. So that was really special yesterday. It was really cool. One of the most rewarding conversations I've had about EMP, because James is somebody that, again, he takes the time to dive in and actually learn about protocols. And those that do that with us and really want to learn how this all operates are just, again, rewarded for that effort, because it is so different than other protocols in the crypto space. We're not a meme token, we're not a pump and dump. This is one of the only protocols in crypto that everybody can win, and again, I say that based on math, not just, spewing out random info. I mean, the math doesn't lie, and it truly shows how controlled inflation and the community as a whole, working on the preferred strategies, can help all of us grow into an amazing project. So again, we're pushing almost 10 million TVL. The chart's looking great. We're at PEG, right at almost at PEG, up and below PEG over the last few hours. So again, we need to be at 1.01 for at least 6 hours, which is a time frame called an epoch. You can see all that info on our boardroom page, but that is, again, what would get us above PEG, and we're almost there, guys. So everything's really bullish. Again, ETH looking great. The overall market is looking great. I was worried it was going to be a fake out, but it looks like, sentiment is starting to turn. So we may be in for a nice bull run this summer. So let's hope it holds up, and we'll be positioned really well in EMP for that to happen, because all of the rewards that you're getting, if Ethereum can go to 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, that's a double everything that you've already received. So again, super bullish to have exposure to Ethereum in the platform, and I can go more into that after we do the live drawing, and I'm happy to answer any other questions as well. But things are looking great. About 30 new users today. We're 1,028 total users now, and we have about 2 minutes left, so make sure you're getting your last minute tickets and compounding, and I'll do a 1 minute warning. Again, the largest deposit today is 46 LP. That's just under 5 grand. So if that ends up taking it, that would be a $20,000 windfall for the winner, which is amazing how our system is able to give out these incredible incentives and rewards while still being sustainable. And the way we're able to do that, if you do win the largest deposit or the lottery, that winning is actually compounded automatically into the system. So you're not able to dump on everybody, but you're also able to earn up to 365% on those winnings. So over time, that could be over $75,000. So and we're only growing. So all right, guys, here we go. 48 seconds. I'll do a 10-second countdown. Remember, the blockchain takes about 20 seconds to process, so don't get caught sniping too late. But pool is looking great already with all the last-minute compounding. I think we're going to have a new all-time high pool balance today. So let's go. Good luck, everyone. 25 seconds. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. Let's see, will 46 LP take it? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 46 might take it. Oh my god, let's see. Is there a last minute snipe?
$49.
49 took it. Wow. That was a great day for that person. Awesome. I had to look at the blockchain. Let's refresh. Alright, yep. It looks like 49 took it. My other window here, I'm looking. But yeah, some great last minute volume. The pool balance is almost 26,476 LP. Again, that's more than 400 LP gained in the last few minutes, so the pool balance is still looking really strong. And congrats to that guy. Wow, 49 LP takes it. Again, that's why, you know, there is some opportunity to be had, and the rest of the community, you know, you gotta watch out. You can win it, and we need to be competing for it. But at the end of the day, again, I mean, even if there's multiple smaller snipes, the idea is that those snipes actually create more than what we're giving away. So, and that's the beauty of it. That's the game theory. You know, it creates opportunity for those that are patient and smart. And again, that was a great example. So, congrats. Did anybody win the lottery that's on the call? All right. Well, congrats to all the participants. Another amazing day here in EMP. Again, tomorrow our giveaway is already at 264 LP. That's almost $27,000 US. So that's pretty incredible. And again, an amazing opportunity for those that want to participate. So, all right, let me go ahead and go back over to the comments and questions, and we will get started on that. Alright guys, the floor is open. If anybody on Telegram wants to jump in, ask questions, or have anything they want to say, let me know. And as well, if you don't have a microphone or you're on YouTube, feel free to write a question in the comments there as well. So, come on guys, don't be shy. Where's Bull? Bull Gates, are you here today, brother?
Yeah, man, I'm here every day.
I thought so, man. Your Count looks quiet today, though, huh?
Well, man, I don't want to, like, I got to give everybody else a chance to speak. I see, you know, we're adding new users every day in the Telegram to Detonator, and so, you know, like, I don't want to hog up the floor because obviously I can, but
yeah. I got a question.
If anybody else,
yeah,
I got a question.
Yeah. Go ahead, Brian.
So, on the compounding, for example, I normally compound once a day. It seems the most efficient way for me now based on what I've gotten in the Detonator. But as this thing grows, or I put more money in, can you explain to me how additional compounding is better than compounding once? So help me understand.
Sure.
How that expands my volume, if you will, by
Sure.
extra compounding.
Okay. So a couple days ago, I gave an example of if you had $10,000 in the Detonator, what you would look to earn. There were two examples: one compounding effectively, the other not compounding effectively, just doing it once a day. Now, so an important thing that everybody should Google is effective versus efficient. They're similar, but they mean radically different things. So, you know, I would encourage everybody to look that up. But the goal here is to be effective and maximize like your compound, right? Don't let it roll over day by day and just have the treasury claim it, which is great for all of us and the health of the ecosystem. But, you know, to maximize effectiveness, you need to compound at least once a day. But
So I guess what I'm asking is this. So,
I know what you're asking. I just have to get to it. Sorry. And then but you also want to be doing it efficiently, because there's actually two mechanisms within the detonator here that you want to maximize, both effectiveness and efficiency. The ticket side of it is efficiency, so that you're compounding and claiming the maximum amount of tickets that you're able to generate through compound. And then effective is actually just literally claiming compounding your rewards, or claiming. And that's effective. But so when I gave the example the other day about having $10,000 in LP in your wallet, and in account 1 and account 2, the one that would have compounded 3 times during that day, at the end of that day, it would have roughly had it was around 56 cents more at the end of day 1. And so in all reality, if you had that amount, 10,000, because of the gas fees, you probably would lose by compounding 3 times a day, because the gas fee, as you've pointed out, your average gas fee is like 40 cents or 49 cents or something like that. So you would actually be losing out. However, if you had a larger amount, like $20,000, that 56 cents would then be $1.12. And then so if the gas cost you 40 cents each time, you would actually come out 12 cents ahead. So now, if your time is worth anything, you probably wouldn't run to your computer and compound three times a day for 12 cents. But the part of it is it's a long game, right? Because if you don't just look at that dollar value, that 12 cents, or the dollar, that because you're compounding, you actually end up having a larger dollar value. If we could just eliminate the idea of gas for a second in the cost, if you compounded multiple times a day, you have 56 cents, right? More at the end of day 1. So your principal amount that you've deposited is higher in that account where you compounded the 3 times.
Right. So
yeah.
So Paul, let's use a hypothetical example. So let's say we had 5,000 in the detonator, and I compounded once a day, and my rewards, let's say, were $100, just hypothetical. Okay. If I was to compound that $100 3 times during the day, I guess what you're saying, and if I understand correctly, if you don't claim, then that rewards are really not in the detonator compounding you more money. So if you do compound, let's say $35 3 times a day, $35 goes back in the detonator at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and it compounds, or it generates more money, and then you compound again, and now you've got half of that 100 in over 24 hours. Is that what you're saying? Yeah,
because you're rolling it back into your principal deposit, and so that in that first compound, that amount gets a little bit higher in your principal deposit for the next 16 hours, so to speak, and then okay, yeah. So it doesn't really, it's not something like that's, I think, commonplace to pick up on, but once that light bulb kind of goes off, it's like, oh yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, right? Because if anybody has had a home mortgage, when you want to pay that off as quickly as possible, so that you're not paying off interest, or so that you're not being charged interest over the life of that loan. You want to pay it down as quickly as possible to avoid interest. Here, it's just the
right. Back to what you said. There's a fine line, for the people on this call to understand that you don't want to just compound for this case. For this case that we're talking about, you got to make sure that your gas fees, of course, are relative to what you've got in the debt. I mean, if you've got 5,000 or more, I can see you compounding multiple times a day. But if you
Well,
got a couple
no,
accounts,
actually, technically, no. Like I said, I did that calculation, and if you had $10,000, and somebody can correct me on the math if I'm wrong, but $10,000 in the detonator, would yield you like 56 cents extra. And so the problem is like if the average gas fee is 40 cents, you actually end up losing 70 some cents because of those transactions that go to the Binance Smart Chain. Yep. You're not going to see it. It's not reflected in your LP. Your LP is going to look bigger in account 2 than it does in account 1, but your BNB balance will be even less on the account where you compounded multiple times. So yep. It's definitely something to take into consideration. And a really good example is if you had $1,000, right? If you compounded 3 times during a day, you would never get a lottery ticket.
Exactly.
And the point, and that's why I said everybody should Google effective versus efficient, because there's 2 things at play here: is efficiency and effectiveness. And they're both really, really important, because part of the goal of being in the detonator, I hope for everybody, is to win the lottery, because it should be something, like the reason, a reason you're in this protocol, or in the detonator specifically. And so, you have to have efficiency in relation to the lottery. You have to have effectiveness in relation to, claiming or compounding your rewards. And you have to be aware, of what you would gain in interest versus what you lose in gas costs.
Bull.
Yep.
Hey, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Brian.
Yes.
First, it's the second time you asked the same question, so maybe the first time you didn't get the answer, though. But an auto compounder compound 1,400 times a day. 𝘰𝘯𝘠 and beefy. So it's like 1 times every 10 seconds. So, that's, you have an example. Why they are doing so? Because you can put it there and they can do it once a day. So why they are doing it 1,400 times a day?
Because they don't have the same gas. They don't have a gas cost like you and I do.
Okay, but that's another subject.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Let's talk about compounding per se before we add into it the fees. So auto compounders does it, and you can research, Google it. I think it's more than that. Once every 10 seconds or once every 12 seconds, something like that. So why that the compounder does it 1,400 times a day? It's because of a reason, right? There's a science behind auto compounding. In this case, I do a validation with 3 times. Then last week I moved it to 2 times. I am doing it right now twice a day, every 12 hours. And my second compounding is yielding more than the first. Why?
Because your principal deposit grew.
There you go. Because my second time have the first time of compounding in it on the principal. You follow me on that one?
Got it. Yep.
There you go. That you have to answer that.
Absolutely. I got it now.
If you ask that question a 3rd time, you have to pay me a beer in Puerto Rico.
I only accept eShare.
Oh, yeah.
I'm at your share, Maxi.
But you have to pay me I accept eShares too, because eShares is my baby. We are eShares puppy, So, but there you go. So my second compounding after the second, they have 24 hours, I don't know. Sorry for being so specific. Don't take me from the wrong side. So the first 12 hours, and I does it at 12. 12 hours. I don't know. It is around 8 a.m. for me, where I live. Okay, so my first compound is 8 a.m. and the other compound is like 7:55 p.m. when Edges does the 5-minute compounding. That compound is yielding me like 2 or 3 LP more than the first one every day, and because the first compounding I add to the principal, and then the second compound over that principal. So my fees is like 40 cents. I have to say my tax is, thanks God, is good. So for me, I see it. And I first start with 3 times a day, and then I switch back. And I've been compounding. I got into Detonator close to a month ago. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, something like that. And I've been compounding every day. And my LP is like, I don't know, a lot of them right now. So compoundings work. And I will do it for another month, and then I will switch back to 5.2 or 6.1 or something like that, compounding, claiming. But I hope it's clear for everyone. You have to factor in your fees. That's it. And I was doing it 3 times a day. Now I switch to 2 because the difference between 2 and 3 for me is seamless. I can with once compounding every 12 hours, I am good. And then I save 40 cents or something, for later, other fees or whatever. Okay.
Right. The contract for the gas fees switches to 0.01 BNB, and that doesn't mean that you will pay 0.01 BNB, but you could pay that, but that switches around the 2 or 3 minute mark before rollover. So just an FYI to anybody. Prior to that, it's like 0.0097. So.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hail Mary.
Yeah, and that.
Full of grace.
Oh.
The Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women, and blessed.
All right. So yeah, no doubt, Brian. I appreciate you again, man. I know. I don't want you to ever feel it too. I know Couch gave you a hard time, but yeah, we want people to know. I mean, if you're not getting it, definitely ask the question again. And if you have a question, I'm sure other people do. And that's the beauty of Detonator as well, is it's like a game of chess. So, there's rules set in place, and a lot of people, know how to play chess, but they couldn't, ever compete as a grandmaster. Well, that's the beauty of Detonator. Some people, have some amazing strategies and really dive in on the math, and we want to learn from them because, they can really maximize the returns with Detonator. But, at the end of the day, we're talking, min-max. I mean, really, the base level strategy is to get in and just do nothing but compound, for as long as you can, and then that's when you can start responsibly claiming after that. Because at the end of the day, I mean, again, unless you're, have massive bags in Detonator, the amount that you're min-maxing isn't enough to, lose sleep over. But that's the beauty of it. That's why it is so complex. I mean, the rules are simple, but to master it is very, very complex. So, and that's why, again, we've had such great game theory with what we've done, and we truly feel like we've created something very special here. So, yeah, and to Bull's point as well, at least for me, personally speaking, unless you have really big bags in Detonator, I think you're better off to kind of plan your compounding around lottery tickets, because winning the lottery is going to be your ultimate, leapfrog, so to speak. I mean, you're going to gain way more by potentially winning the lottery than you would by just compounding and losing out on those tickets. Because even now, I mean, I don't know the exact math off the top of my head, but I think there's only about a total of 2,500 or 3,000 lottery tickets a day. Again, that will go up as we grow, but right now, I mean, the best chance to win the lottery was yesterday. So, and that's going to just continue to happen like that. And again, we have an amazing community. If any of you want to do a real deep dive with one of our anybody that has EMP Army General in their Telegram name or description is a trusted member of the community, as well as EMP graduate. If you've taken our EMP Academy, you get a special tag in our Telegram that proves you've learned about the protocol, and those are great people to talk with. And even the devs, I mean, Marty Lunas, they're part of our team members, and they're really great with the community management end of things, so you can reach out to them directly as well. So, all right, I have a question on YouTube. Again, for those of you in Telegram with me, I posted the YouTube link. Jump on over there, just have it up in the background if you have to, and mute it. but we want to get our numbers up on YouTube. That always helps with the algorithm. Send us a comment, like, and subscribe. You know, I have to go through the motions now that we're on YouTube. So, all right, the question is the largest deposit only a single deposit, or can you deposit multiple times to reach the largest deposit before the deadline? Example, 50 LP and 50 LP would be 100 LP largest deposit. So that's an amazing question. So we have the ability to actually alter that in the contract. So as it stands right now, it is a single deposit. So it's not what you described, which I would call a cumulative deposit, where you know you can deposit multiple times a day in that 24-hour window, and whoever has the most wins. So doing it as a cumulative gets very, very tricky, and it brings the game theory to a whole new level. But it's also very confusing for new users. So we wanted to keep it simple, as simple as possible, because there's already a lot going on with Detonator in the beginning. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. We are able to edit that, but for now and for the foreseeable future, it will be the largest single deposit. Alright, let's see, what else? Anybody else have questions, comments? The floor is open.
Can I make just a quick comment about effective versus efficient again?
Sure, bro,
and I'll give, thank you. I'll give an example of depositing to get a lottery ticket. So effective is actually depositing to get a lottery ticket. Ineffective is not depositing, you know, and not getting a lottery ticket if you're trying to win the lottery, if you're trying to enter the lottery. So not doing it is ineffective, doing it is effective. Efficiency is, you know, putting in multiples of 0.15 LP, because that's what you need. If you put in 0.2 LP, that is inefficient. And so the further you get away from that 0.15, so if you did 0.29999 LP, that's as incredibly as inefficient as you possibly can be. It's effective, but it's inefficient. And so you want to always be inputting in, you know, the 0.15 LP or multiples of 0.15 LP up to the maximum of 7.5 LP, because you can only get 50 tickets in a day. So there's two ways to actually be efficient in the system: multiples of 0.15 and only doing a maximum of 7.5 if you're just trying to win through the lottery. Now, the dynamic changes if you're trying to win largest depositor, because clearly you can't put in 7.5, you know, 50 times, because, like as AJ mentioned, it's not cumulative. And so that would be an ineffective strategy as trying to win the largest depositor. So does that make sense?
Absolutely, no, for sure. And again, that's just, you know, there's so many factors at play that make this contract so unique, and that's why we focus so much on Detonator. I mean, EMP is an entire ecosystem, but Detonator is truly, you know, the gateway, again, gateway drug or window or whatever you want to say, into the platform. So yeah, and again, we feel too that it's very underrated. I mean, once word gets out that you can earn 1% on your exposure to Ethereum, and that's really how we're branding moving forward. We really think the potential is going to be insane. So all of you that are here now, again, we're super early, and another great thing too about not only EMP as an entire ecosystem, but Detonator as well, is it really does reward the people that are doing the right actions. I touched on it a little bit earlier. But for me, whenever I was, you know, investing into crypto projects, I wanted to be rewarded for, you know, learning about the system, diving into the community, being a good actor, you know, caring about my investment, not just, you know, getting involved and then hoping that either I can dump on someone or someone else doesn't dump on me. And that's really not really, I mean, yes, there's gains to be made, and I know all of us, you know, have our own strategies, but it really is not, the ideal setup in any investment situation. So with the detonator and EMP as a whole, we've solved a lot of those issues. And, diamond handers and good actors and those that are, again, learning about the protocol and taking profits responsibly, not only is that amazing for the rest of us, but you also make more as an investor doing that, which is incredible. So, and that's something I did want to touch on real quick. So, again, we're never here to say don't take profits. The ideal strategy in Detonator is to compound for at least, the first month. If you can do it for 6 months, you're going to see amazing results. But again, when you do take profits, because we operate in an LP, again, not just a native token, half of it is EMP and half of it is Ethereum. So not only does that where the EMP or the Ethereum exposure comes from, because we're mathematically pegged, but we're also financially pegged because half of the LP is Ethereum. So and we have over 4 million, or now it's like 6 million in liquidity. So with that amount of liquidity, then again, you can actually realize the gains, and it's not just dashboard money. So back to my point, though. Again, we reward those that are good actors, and the ideal profit-taking strategy would be to, when you're all ready to claim, go ahead and claim, and then you can either put that in the farm, so the EMP LP farm, and then by putting it in the farm, you have, your liquid, so to speak, because now you could break your LP at any time, and you're able to earn eShare. And so we always advise, selling eShare rather than selling EMP directly, because eShare is very valuable, and the market demand is usually there for eShare to hold up the price, and eShares are very, very limited. So there's only about 25,000 in total circulation at the end of when we're done minting them, so they can be very, very scarce, and the only way to mint new EMP. So again, some of your eShare maxis that understand the potential, and it could be insane. So again, those are all the responsible ways of taking profit. And if you unpair, claim from Detonator, unpair your LP, and then you can keep the Ethereum side as cash, do whatever you want, sell it for stables or put it in another project or whatever. And then with the other side of the EMP, we have nodes. So we have nodes that are an amazing option, which is another, again, revolutionary thing that we've implemented. So you're able to put your EMP into a node and earn more EMP rather than dumping EMP, because dumping EMP, it hurts the peg and the protocol overall. And there's it's basically, not only is it selling your position in the protocol, so if you think of EMP as ownership in the whole protocol, you're basically selling your position and getting out, and giving everybody else that has EMP a larger position. So why would you want to do that? And number two, why would you want to FUD your own bag? So by selling EMP, it makes eShare and everything else less valuable. So again, those are some reasons of why we actually say what we say. And again, I'm happy to go deeper into that if anybody wants me to, but those are just some, again, high-level strategies. So,
what if people don't care? Like, is there any whales? Like, is there anything in place to keep a whale not dumping too much EMPs after, like, let's say a year of accumulating EMPs? They're gonna have so much, right? If they just want to dump it, they didn't care about the peg or whatever it is. They're gonna be like, I just want to take profits. You know what I mean? Is there anything in place for the whales not to be able to dump, a whole crap ton of EMPs onto the market? Second question is, where is the where can I see the referral links on the website? I can't find it.
Yep. So okay, I'll answer both those, Richie. No problem, bro. So yeah, the short answer is no. There isn't. But the protocol as a whole, it basically protects against what you're saying. So the whole mathematics, the way seigniorage projects work, is controlled inflation. So what that means is there's only a certain amount of EMP that will ever be in circulation or minted, depending on how high above peg we are. So yes, could somebody accumulate EMP, for the next 6 months and then dump it all? I mean, absolutely. I mean, that's crypto. I mean, we can't, we would never do anything to hard code that with a tax or anything else. But the idea is that we as a team, and again, as don't expect profit from the work of others, but as us trying to help our own bags, as all of us own part of this protocol, the job is to, or the idea is to make EMP so valuable that you make more money holding it than dumping it. So I mean, that's what we've done already. That's what we will continue to do. Again, on our roadmap, we have a 1 year, a 5 year, and a 10-year plan in the roadmap. You can see that in the EMP Academy. Again, I mean, we have entire ecosystems that we're going to build around EMP, a launch pad. There's many things that will, again, deter, somebody from accumulating and then dumping. And the idea is, again, you make more money being in the protocol than selling, EMP. And a great example of that, again, I know I talk about it a lot. Some people get it, some people don't. But if you look at EMP as a utility token or gasoline in your vehicle, so when you have gas in your vehicle, you would never just go to the gas station and sell your gasoline to make money, because then now you can't go to the store, you can't go to a job. It doesn't make sense to sell the thing that allows you to do other things. So the idea is EMP is the gasoline. So rather than selling it, you use that gasoline to get to a higher paying job. So, and that higher paying job is e-shares, and a lot of other things that we'll be implementing as we go. So, sorry for the long-winded answer, but again, I mean, I get it. I wanted to kind of dive deep into that. And then, what was your second question? I apologize, Richie.
I just can't find the where to see the referral links.
Yeah,
I mean, not mine. Like, I referred like a few people. I can't see it.
For sure, bro. Let me pull it up in real time here. But if you go to Detonator, you should be able to see your referral. So hang on one sec.
I can elaborate a little bit on what should prevent somebody from dumping EMP, Richie, if you want me to.
Sure, yeah, go ahead. No worries.
So LP is the simplest example of what should protect somebody from dumping. Now, there's always going to be ebbs and flows because you can control the market. It's going to go up, up above peg, it's going to go below peg. And there will be excess EMP when you're above peg, so some people will sell. But, you can stick it into nodes. And so that's really kind of time released, and you're rewarded for sticking it in nodes. But as AJ mentioned earlier with LP, you have exposure to Ethereum. And when you use your EMP to pair it with ETH, you have that exposure to Ethereum, and then so it's really a good reason why you wouldn't sell, because as Ethereum goes up, EMP goes up, and so if you believe in Ethereum long term, macro trending up, if you can bank it in a system where they have an LP, a pair, Ethereum and something else, in this case EMP, because there's two different ways to earn money in the ecosystem with that pairing. You can do it in the farm. I don't know what the percent is, maybe 0.6 or 0.5% daily, or you can throw it in the detonator, which is, approximately 2 times greater than that. And then that also gives you the shot at winning the lottery. So there's no actual hard-coded thing in the contracts that stop people from selling. There is in the detonator, in the fact that you can only claim 0.8% daily, because there's a 20% tax on claim. And then if you're a whale, there's up to a 50% tax in addition to the 20% tax that would prohibit you from claiming. And then so you have that that actually hard coded. But the idea, if you want to make money long term, and I read all your posts from when you joined last night, and I love your enthusiasm, by the way. So the point is if you understand the mechanics of passive income, which you do because you're a drip guy, and you can see that pairing something up where you get ROI every day, and exposure to Ethereum, which you probably believe is going to macro trend up over time, and the ability to win lottery tickets, and you have the ability to do nodes, which are all protective walls to protect EMP to theoretically keep you above PEG. Does that help some?
Yeah, that helps a lot, man. I appreciate that. And then also, if let's just say for whales or whatever, there's people that have large amounts of coins, are they still getting the same tax as everybody else for selling?
Yeah, so keep in mind too, I'm just an investor just like you here. I'm not a team member. I just happen to talk all the time. But yeah, there's no taxes on selling, so you will see people dump, right? And there is an ongoing kind of issue with an auto vault, but I don't know where that sits, but there's no tax because I've explained in another AMA, tax is actually a regressive measure, to enrich, bad protocols and tokens. So, a tax is actually a regressive system in that they need to do it. I'll explain quickly. If you've ever been involved in a meme token, there's an incredibly high tax in that system. So you might have to pay 12% in and 12% out in addition to slippage. And they do that because it's the only way for them to create something of value in the system. And it's the only way the treasury can grow. And so they give you a fake reward of reflection that makes you think that you're going to come out ahead over time, but you never do. But they do tax is implemented so that the treasury can grow at your expense. Does that help?
Yeah, that does, Barb. I understand.
Okay.
For sure, Richie.
Okay.
Yeah, and a few things. So I wanted to touch on something else, but before I forget, the referral link. So if you're on the homepage of Detonator, there's a little purple link that's right above Zap In and Zap Out. So that's how you find your referral link. Again, you can add it to manually just through a / and then a ref =, and then your wallet address. But that's how you find the referral link. And then to see the referrals that you've gotten, if you go to, there's a little window at the very bottom that says your winnings. It has a little gold medal icon. You can hit expand on that, and it'll show you at the bottom the number of referrals. So I do think there's even a way to see on chain the actual wallets that are referrals. So if you really want to dive that deep, shoot me a DM and I can let you know the exact wallets that are following.
I see it.
But that'll show you the number of refs. So and then yeah, based on again just everything that Bull said, is 100% true. I mean, the original Tomb forks did have a tax that they had implemented, but we have actually gotten rid of that in our hard code because that was an exploit. So what happens is there's ways to get around the tax fee, and again, I don't want to dive too deep into that, but there was a way to get around the tax, and when people found out there was whales selling without being taxed, it created a run on the system, and that's how Tomb originally basically went to zero before it was relaunched under Harry. So again, we didn't want to have that exploit, and just like Bull said, I mean, and I've said it yesterday or 2 days ago, but taxes in the underlying economics are kind of a lazy way of making people hold or again trying to create value when there really isn't value, and on the flip side, it's kind of a leak as well, meaning it's a leak in the liquidity, so to speak, into which those that are those that are not good actors are also rewarded by getting part of that reflect. So again, taxes, we're much bigger fans of adding taxes to contracts. So again, like an in and out tax on Detonator, that's very helpful because again, it mitigates abuse. And again, the tax system we have in Detonator is identical to the tax system in Drip as far as the rail tax goes. And what that does is, again, it protects the rest of the community from being exploited or a large whale getting into Detonator and then being able to drain the contract. But it's also attractive to whales because it's not a drain on your actual principal. It's just a drain on the time. So a large whale can still ROI, but it takes them a lot longer than the smaller fish. So again, Richard, those are amazing questions, bro. Did that answer anything? You want me to dive deeper in any of that?
No, it's good, man. I understand DeFi space, and I've been in Drip for over a year, so I understand everything you guys are saying.
Awesome, bro. Killer. Well, by all means, man, feel free to jump in anytime. Welcome to the community. Again, I saw some of your comments as well yesterday. We're happy to have you here. Yeah.
Yeah, but I had a couple of I wanted to get I just finished my compounding for Drips, and I was getting out, and I was trying to find something new and something more innovative than their new piggy farm, which didn't work out too well.
For
but
sure.
I found on yours through another buddy, and then I kind of looked into it, and it just looked really good. The just overall everything. Right, it was all professionally done, and I'm like, okay, this is probably where I want to be. But there was another one that I was at, actually. It's called Home Finance, and then I was asking questions, and they couldn't even answer it for me. And I was like, that kind of threw me off. Right? I'm like, I'm asking a question, but they kind of just like, well, just go read it. You know what I mean? Go do this, right, or something like that. And I'm like, for me, I want to kind of just get in and just kind of get it done, and make it as simple as possible, right? When I saw your academy, I thought it was going to be like a 2-hour long thing, but everything was like a minute, 2 minutes. I'm like, oh, thank God.
For
It was just super easy, you could understand the whole thing just going through the academy. So whoever didn't go through the academy, you got to go through it, man. It's only 20 minutes, and it will make you understand the whole system.
Awesome, Richie. Hell yeah. That's a great testimonial.
That's a really good way to explain the business and the model of everything that you guys are doing, because through the academy, honestly, right when I just watched everything, I was like, bang, it just kind of if you can't understand through the academy, then you just got to rewatch it, man. It's so easy. So I appreciate you guys for that. Thanks, man.
Yeah, brother. Thank you, my friend. That's awesome. I appreciate the kind words. And yeah, Crypto Mike did an amazing job with the academy. Stephanie as well. We have our conference call tomorrow, actually. We're adding a new node-specific video in the academy. I know someone on Discord was giving us a hard time that we haven't added anything to the academy, but the academy is not dead. It just takes a lot of work to put these videos together. I mean, it looks easy because a lot of these influencers are really good at what they do. But it's not easy. So we have a whole curriculum that we write, and then we turn it into a professional video. We upload it, and like you said, bro, we didn't want to have an hour-long video on everything. We want to make it super easy to understand, short and sweet and to the point. And So yeah.
That was sweet, man. I remember when I first came, everybody was like, oh, well, watch the videos. I'm like, man, it's probably be an hour long, right? I didn't want to do it. And right when I got into it, I was like, wow, this is the best videos. Easiest videos to understand. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it.
Awesome. Thanks, bro. Absolutely. And yeah, guys, I'll give you all an update when those new additions launch. And we are planning on migrating a lot of those videos over to our YouTube channel now that we have it up and running. I know, again, it was a turnoff for some people that have to sign up with an email and all this other stuff, but just use a burner email. I mean, we don't really care about the email. It's just a way for us to have it all a little bit better organized than having a YouTube page. It makes you follow step by step, and it allows us to track, people that have actually done it, because eventually we want to add, NFTs or something. Again, nothing value-wise, just something that was, a little reward for our community for completing the academy. So, and again, we already do that. If you have completed it, shoot us a DM, and we add EMP grad to your Telegram name or Discord as well. So, yeah, awesome.
Cool. I had a quick question about the nodes, right? So for example, last night I bought a giganode. It's
Nice.
I believe it said 32,000 EMP maximum. What if, let's just say, I stacked six? I think it said you could go up to six giganodes, right? So let's say I stacked 6 giganodes. I just multiply that by I just multiply all that, or let's just say I bought one, it ran I bought one and then I bought another one a month after. Does it do they run out? Do they run out every single time it just hits 32,000 and it will just run out automatically?
Yes, so you are able to stack them, and we, as of right now, we don't have any max caps on those. We thought about maybe implementing that. I know, again, not to dox him, but Trip Jammer, man, he is the node fucking master. He has more nodes than the team does, I think, but he's a great guy. He's a good whale. Really interested in helping the protocol succeed. We go way back. So, but yeah, bro, they stack. So, they are gonna run their lifespan. Though, I mean, you can only 400% ROI on the total. So, again, if you did it a month later, then the rewards that you earned within that month are going to be deducted from the overall payout. But yeah, I mean, it's very similar to Detonator, just again a little bit more simplified on how the nodes work, and they're broken up into different levels. So the node levels themselves really only matter for the time it takes to get your investment back. So that's why we always recommend saving up for the largest nodes, because the way APR is calculated is based on time. So the APRs are higher with the larger nodes, but no matter what size node you go into, you still get a 400% return. So again, it's a way of being fair. That the smaller players can still get the same as a whale. It's just a matter of time. So yeah, bro, the idea is to stack them up, and again, I mean, the rewards are backed by our treasury, and people, again, they say, well, what about, if everybody stacks, then it's going to be runaway inflation, and that's a problem that we can solve down the road. We may end up, pausing the new purchases of nodes. Anybody that's already in a node will obviously be getting their full reward. I mean, we would never do anything like that. But yeah, I mean, it's something that we monitor, and it's a great way to control the emissions, because yeah, we're rewarding more people EMP over time, but it's also a lot less EMP that's circulating in the system. So again, it's an economic tool that we use, and it's been revolutionary. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's almost a better solution than bonds, especially if we're above peg for a longer period of time. Adding nodes on top of the platform was a revolutionary. So we're innovating on all fronts, and again, nodes have a lifespan. So once you get your 400% ROI, that's it. You gotta buy a new node, which has been killing all these other node projects. I mean, the majority of the other node projects, you can earn from your node forever. I mean, what do you expect? Of course, the value is going to go down because they just keep printing and printing and printing the reward token. So again, those are just some. Again, I'm not here to talk shit, but we're crypto veterans, and we understand how the great economics work, and we do everything we can to implement that. So,
can you explain how for the EMP native token? I was kind of wondering this last night. If it's pegged 1-to-1 with Ethereum, how do we expect it to double in price?
So, EMP is not pegged 1-to-1 to Ethereum. It's the actual ratio is 4,000 to 1. So basically, think of EMP as 1/4000th of a fraction of Ethereum, and the reason that actually occurs is, one, it's based on the actual hard-coded math that tracks the price of Ethereum, and that wouldn't matter. I mean, you can have a coin track anything, but if there's no liquidity, then it doesn't matter. I mean, it's a dashboard money. So the fact that we do it mathematically, and then also half of the LP is in Ethereum itself, that alone, as well as the amount of liquidity, again, right now it's over 6 million and growing. I mean, the LP grows by, at least 100K every day from what I've been tracking, and that will continue to happen. I mean, eventually we'll be in the tens of millions of LP, and again, back to your point earlier too about whales dumping. The larger our LP, we could have a whale dump, and the more LP we have, liquidity wise, it doesn't show up as a red candle. I mean, it shows up as a little blip. So that's another bonus about, as the project goes on, the liquidity grows with us. So yeah, that's how it's done. And again, I mean, that wouldn't have any weight unless we had that amount of liquidity, and we do. So does that answer it, Richie?
No. Okay,
No?
well,
No?
let's say somebody told me about the bond yesterday where, like, okay, the peg dropped below 1, let's say 0.95, and I bought the bond with the EMP, and then somebody was saying that, okay, well, why don't you just wait for the bond, the EMP to be at, $1.50, for example, right? How will EMP get to the $1.50? That's what I'm not understanding.
So
through an AMM, sorry, automated market maker, but
yeah,
go ahead. Sorry.
No, Bull's right. So it'll track based on the liquidity pair, or like Bull said, the automated market maker. So when Ethereum goes up, there has to be an equivalent amount of EMP to hold that. So as Ethereum goes up, then EMP is forced to follow that up because there is so much. There's only a finite number in the pool overall. So that's one reason. Again, there's multiple mechanics that may happen. Now, unless Ethereum goes to 10K, again, I don't know the exact math off the top of my head, but, EMP getting to, $1.50, $2, I mean, that's really not, as realistic. It's not really meant to pump like that. That would mean that we're way above peg, unless, again, if Ethereum goes to 10K, then for sure, because that'd be a triple from where we are now, so just under $3. But again, it's more about earning from the APRs, and I think what you're getting at, Richie, is the peg price. So peg is independently variable to the actual price of the token, and that's a big misconception that a lot of people have. Is that really the price doesn't matter as much about peg. What matters more for peg is the actual buying and selling volume. So again, the more people buying EMP, that is what pushes the peg price up. Again, there's very complicated math behind it, but that's what also is what makes it so attractive, is that the math doesn't lie. It's not something that we as developers can alter. I mean, it's set in motion, and that's it. I mean, code is law. So yeah, does that help, Richie?
So practically, simple terms is that if Ethereum went to 10K, EMP will also go up in value.
100%. Yes.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
Perfect. Yeah. Understood.
A perfect
thanks.
example of what AJ was just saying.
Yeah, go ahead,
is
LA.
last night when you bought 20K of EMP, we went from 0.99 to 1.0. And that's because you bought 20K worth of EMP, and that helped raise the peg.
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I didn't understand anything until like
So that's
later
an
after.
example of what AJ just said. So it's helpful for you to understand because you actually put that in motion.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you placed a value in EMP. Now, so if you look at other forks that fail, it's because people don't have any belief in that token. So the liquidity will flee out of it with the other part of the pair. And so if the native token has value, then it will keep tracking in relation to its other part of the pair. Does that make sense? Richie?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yep. Totally.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, bro. No, and again, bro, those are great questions to have. LA, good to hear from you. Thanks for chiming in for sure. I mean, this is why we do the AMAs, and I'm sure those questions are helping a lot of our other members as well to learn how it all works. And this shit's complicated, man. I mean, I've been in this space for 4 years now, or more than that. Good lord, since 2014, and it's just been. Again, this is cutting edge DeFi. So even if you understand, 1/10 of this, you're gonna make it. So yeah, awesome, Richie. Again, bro, we're happy to have you, man. And by all means, if you have any other questions, feel free to jump on the AMAs and ask us moving forward. And again, liquidity is key. I mean, not only from an investment standpoint, because larger whales, the true whales. They don't really want to get in a project with low liquidity, even if it is a moonshot. They're beyond the degen phase, and they want high liquidity because when they buy the token, they don't want that to push the price up, because now they have to buy more of the token, at a higher price. So the more liquidity that's in a project, the more attractive it is for super high level whales. And as we grow, it's also the other side of the coin of what you said earlier. I mean, people can dump, and if we have a ton of liquidity, then it doesn't really affect PEG, like it would if we had low liquidity. So,
yeah. Oh, also, I bought a Giganode yesterday for 6,400. How come it's only 6,100 today?
So yeah, that's gonna fluctuate with the price of Ethereum. So again, ETH was like 3,200 probably, and when you bought in, again, I think I didn't know it was you that did that, but that's good to hear. That when we went to 80 cents for EMP, that would make the Giganode higher. But you're gonna get that exposure no matter what. So again, you may have bought it high right now, it drops down a little bit, but if Ethereum doubles, then now all the new Giganodes are gonna be double the price. So it goes both ways.
Got it, man. Appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much.
Right. You're welcome.
Awesome.
And larger orders, both buy and sell, have if you've ever looked on Uniswap or PancakeSwap or any DEX, there's a little icon that says price impact.
Yeah, that's a great way to see what will happen. Yeah.
Hey, also, I think somebody in the chat today was asking if you guys are going to be creating a calculator. Make it easy for people to calculate.
Yeah, so we have a whole UI relaunch, a rebrand that we're working on. We actually had an awesome meeting yesterday to get the dude that's going to do it on board. We did find a new front-end developer. Again, that was huge to help take some load off of Jake. So hopefully he's down. And again, we have a group chat between the four of us that's going. I don't want to give too much alpha, but yeah, that a calculator, some other quality of life UI fixes, all of that's in the works, and hopefully, within the next few weeks, we can share more of that with you guys. But yeah, I really, and if any,
you guys did since January, you guys did so much already, so congrats to you guys, man.
Yeah, Richie, thanks, bro. There's not enough hours in the day, bro. I mean, poor Jake, he finally had a little bit of a break last week, but I mean, the dude's been coding, like a madman, and again, the rest of the team is doing marketing and outreach. I'm doing the AMAs. I mean, we've done more in 2 months than most projects do in 2 years. So again, it's not to pat ourselves on the back. It's just to show how committed we are. So
hey, I also saw a little thing that you guys might be implementing Pulse. What's Pulse? What?
Yeah, bro. So again, that was some alpha. I've said it a few times in our chat. We said it yesterday as well. So we do eventually have plans of going cross-chain with EMP. Again, it would be a bridge to whatever chain we go to, and would again give more use case to EMP because we would not alter, our maximum supply of eShare or anything like that. It would just be, another interface on.
Pulse, you mean Pulse Chain, Pulse X, or is it like is it just Pulse? Like, is there something else Pulse that you guys are going for?
So Pulse Chain,
Pulse Chain,
it would be
Ethereum.
it would be Pulse Chain. I don't know how familiar you are with that. It's basically a copy of Ethereum without.
No, I know
fees.
exactly what it is. I'm huge in that right now. So that's why when I saw it, I was like, wow, that's gonna be crazy if you guys did that because the fees would be freaking penniless, right? So
for sure. So yeah, the idea.
Hey AJ, it's Machu.
Machu, what's up, brother? Let me finish real quick, brother, and then I'll let you go, man. So yeah, I mean, with Pulse, if we can establish with our community that we already have as the first mover on the first algorithmic stable pegged to Ethereum on Pulse, I mean, that would be epic. So yeah, Pulse and actual main chain, mainnet Ethereum is also on our radar. We would have to wait till their proof of stake with ETH 2.0 because the fees just don't make sense. But the bridge is done. I mean, Jake has already developed a cross-chain bridge that we've implemented on other projects, and that's the easy part. So the hard part is just getting everything together, having enough liquidity to bridge over, and again having the front end set up on the other chains. So,
Yo, that's awesome, man. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks, Rich. You got it, bro. Machu, go ahead, brother. You there still?
Yeah, I am. Hey, how are you, AJ?
Good, bro. How are you, my friend?
Good, mate. Good. Hey, I was just wanting to, with that cross-chain discussion, it kind of, it does make sense that that Ethereum would be probably on the list, just only because it supports the narrative, the EMP of where else can you get 0.5% per day
for sure
on Ethereum, and I'm just thinking is obviously all the Ethereum the biggest Ethereum holders will be on Ethereum, so I can just see if we can cross chain over to Ethereum, wow, that could pump the LP.
Absolutely, bro. No, for sure. I mean, can you imagine being able to actually, transact in native ETH? I mean, again, we had this discussion yesterday too. Binance Smart Chain, the ETH that we use in the protocol is a BEP20 version, but supposedly it is backed one by one with actual Ethereum from Binance. So it is the closest thing you're going to get to Ethereum. Now, is that actually the case? We don't know. But with Binance behind it, I would assume, that they have enough ETH to go around. But to your point, Machu, for sure, bro. I mean, as long as we can avoid the fee issue, because right now, if we did it today, again, it's a little early on top of just the fees would kill us. So, but the money, I mean, ETH is where the money is. And that was another reason why we wanted to be pegged to ETH. I mean, again, we all think, Bitcoin is the king, but as far as price appreciation, I think that Ethereum has a much better chance of doing multiple X's than Bitcoin does. So again, we have the best of both worlds with the exposure to Ethereum, and for sure, if we bridge to again Pulse Chain and ETH mainnet, those are the two priorities eventually. So.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I'm just thinking these narrative like, where else can you get ETH at 0.5% yield a day? When EMP is under PEG, being able to say, well, EMP under PEG is basically discounted ETH.
Yes.
It's powerful messages to send to massive ETH believers, and on Ethereum chain that would just be crazy. But yeah, okay, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, brother, hell yeah. Well, and you said it perfectly, man. I mean, when people start thinking about EMP as fractionalized Ethereum, which is exactly what it is, that is just a fucking game changer. I mean, and again, it's backed by the liquidity and the math of everything. So, 4,000 to 1 pegged, I mean, it really is. It's by buying, 4,000, 1/4,000th of an Ethereum. So And who knows, man, when Ethereum gets to be, multiple $100,000, maybe EMP is the Satoshi to Bitcoin's, equivalent. So, yeah.
Yeah, and when the peg is at 0.9, that just means you're getting a 10% discount on your ETH when you're buying EMP.
Totally.
It's
Totally, and that really fuels the overall system because, again, as soon as we drop below peg, people see that as a discount, and what does it do? But it creates the demand, and that's why the way seigniorage projects function is so powerful, and it only gets more powerful the larger we grow. So, yeah, brother, awesome discussion. I love it. You got me hyped. Matcher. All right, guys.
be hot.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Bro.
Yo, AJ, what's up, man?
Hey, Mr. Pringles, how are you, my friend?
Hey, bro, looks like I won the lottery today.
What?
Holy shit.
That's right, boy. Hell yeah, bro. Wow, I'm glad we stayed late today, man. Wow, congrats, my friend.
I'm sweating, bro. I never won anything in my life. I'm sweating.
I love it, bro. Yeah, congrats, man.
Yeah.
You've been around from day one, bro, right? I mean, how many tickets
man.
you got, or you want to tell us a little?
It was like I compound probably like 15 tickets every day. I just compound everything I got, so really awesome, man.
I love it, man. That's amazing. Congrats.
Hey, I had a question about the lottery, though. Right? So for the lottery, it's maximum 50 tickets per day, right? So every day if I recompound, I would just get tickets every single day practically.
So it's 50 tickets per compound and 50 tickets per fresh deposit. So technically it's 100 tickets max per wallet a day, but you would have to again deposit new capital every day to get the deposit side. But yeah, the compounding again, it works out to be about 7.5 LP that you have to compound. It's actually less than that, a little bit less because if you're compounding, you're saving on the taxes a little bit, and you actually get more tickets. It's like 0.125 LP rather than 0.15 LP. So there's a chart in Telegram and on our docs. If somebody wants to post that helps. But yeah, Mr. Pringles, congrats, bro. So about 15 tickets a day compounding, and that's again another beautiful example of and not only are you rewarded by compounding in the fact that you're building your LPs, but that's essentially guaranteed lottery tickets every day. So wow, man, I'm so happy for you, bro. Congrats.
Right. Oh, thanks, bro. So, like yesterday, like you said, right, I've been here day one, and yesterday I was looking at my like little spreadsheet, and before the lottery numbers, I have like 2.5x whatever I invested. So it was already amazing, and probably like a 5x or 6x, man. I don't know.
Yes, bro. Oh my god, I fucking love it, man. So there you go, guys.
Yeah.
I mean that's raw right there. I mean we unadulterated experience of what the man has gone through, and yeah, bro. I mean when we launched, ETH was on the floor. So with the recent pump in ETH and you continuing to compound, yeah, I mean we've had some other reports today. People are already 2-3x, no problem. So
yeah, man. And I was like, from day one, I'm like 90% in EMP LP, man. I'm not playing around, just like growing my LP. So
that's it, man. I love it, man. No doubt, bro. I know you're part of our VIP. Again, anybody that doesn't sell EMP, rerun contests from time to time. If you are a good actor and prove that through the on-chain data, we give you access to our VIP channel. And yeah, Mr. Pringles has been there from the beginning. And
I'm a general, bro. I'm in the army, dog.
You are, bro. You're next level. So not only the VIP, but then you have to actually be nominated to be a general. So yeah, man, you're an outstanding example of what we want in the community. And damn, bro, that's epic. I think you might be the first general that won the lottery, man. So congrats, man. That's epic.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
How do I get that?
How'd you get invited? I got you, Richie. I'll invite you to the VIP, bro. I know that you, again, did a big purchase yesterday, but the general chat, bro, you got to be nominated, man. So just show up in the community, help out, you know, a lot of the new members, help people learn. Again, man, if you're doing referrals, shoot me a screenshot, you know, of when you start building up your referrals, and, you know, we'll definitely get you an invite into...
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. I'll work my way there.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Awesome, man.
All right, bro. Killer.
Yo, Pringles, man. You're part of Hex too, eh?
Yeah, bro. Like Hex was probably my number one.
First one too, man. That was my first one too.
Yeah, but now I think I have more money in EMP now with the lottery.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm pulling a lot of money from Hex and Drip to put it into EMP too. EMP. I'm not even done yet. I'm probably gonna grab some more notes tonight, but I'm just
Yeah, bro. Like you can't go wrong investing in the projects where the people are good, man. EMP and Hex, like just two great communities, you know.
Absolutely, bro. We're all Hexicans. I did a massive personal sacrifice to not only Pulse but Pulse X. I mean, and those profits are going to be coming home to EMP, boys. So that's what I'm talking about.
Yo, I guess we're all family then, man. Because I did the exact same thing. Sweet.
Yeah, man, no doubt. And
We're gonna be the biggest algo project on Pulse Chain as well, I think. Let's go. Let's do this,
bro.
Man.
That's why when I heard Pulse, I was like, Pulse, man. I'm like, yo, I'm in. That's it, man. Like, that just gave it away too, man. Like, that's gonna be crazy. The Pulse community is crazy. Once they hear about this, and they're gonna go nuts off this, man.
Hell yeah. No doubt. And again, we all been in a lot of familiar faces in different, you know, groups and chats. I mean, smart people find smart people, and we have an amazing community of some of the most big brain motherfuckers out there. So we're so excited to have all of you, you know, and EMP. So I took a page from Richard Hart with Hexicans, and I thought, all right, so what are we going to call ourselves? And that's where the Emperors came from. So again, shout out to Richard Hart, doing some killer things. So our community, we're all Emperors here, and yeah, we're hyped, man. This is a great AMA. Again, I went a little bit late. I'm getting out of breath here, so I'm going to start to wrap it up. But
all right, man. Take care. Nice talking to you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Richard, you too, bro.
Talk to you.
Yeah. All right, bro. Welcome to the community, man. Thanks for again awesome questions today, and Mr. Pringles, congrats, bro. Same to you, my friend. Major lottery winner there. So, all right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. We do this every day. Around 7:45 Eastern Standard. That's about 12 UTC, depending on your time zone. And so, yeah, join us same spot, same time tomorrow. Appreciate all you guys. And again, things are looking great. Market is strong. PEG is looking strong. Another awesome day here at EMP.Money. So, all right, good night, good day. Appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow.
Take care, man.